Hey everyone, I'm here with a tutorial about Audacity. Audacity is a open source free program that you can use to start recording. It is a recording software and that can allow you multiple uses in the classroom. If you want to start going over how to take lecture notes with your students, record your lecture and then tell them, we're looking for this information, this information, this information, and you can start and stop and really go into depth on how to find it and how to get good notes out of just a lecture. And in the music classroom, we use this all the time. We record and listen to ourselves constantly, and it really helps improve our feedback. So let's get into the interface a little bit. The interface is pretty simple. It's like Microsoft Office. You've got your new, open, recent, close, save as, all the stuff that we're familiar with. But except we're using something called tracks. Instead of docs, we use tracks. You add a new audio track, boom, you're almost ready to start recording. To get set up to finish recording, go up here and look at this little mic icon right there. You see on the note that it says click to start monitoring. You click it and there's a little green bar. That little green bar tells me that my mic is working. So if you don't have that green bar on yours, you go right here, buy the other mic, and you pick your mic. You pick your style of recording, mono meaning one channel, stereo meaning multi-channel. And then you can do this right here, which is the same thing. It's a monitoring system for your playback. We're not playing anything back right now, so we don't have a level. And then you pick your speakers, corresponds with this right here. So we already laid down a track, but one of the really cool features about this, at least for the music classroom, is that I can't record over any given track. Meaning, when I hit record, it starts laying down a new track. And so that really prevents you from going over something that you've already worked really hard on. And so if we want to play it back, we'll hear what it sounds like. It starts laying down a new track. And so that really prevents you from going over something that you've already worked really hard on. Okay? And it's normal playback controls. Pause, play, stop, fast forward, rewind them. So those should be familiar to you. There's various tools and effects that you can use. If you sit here and highlight, say we'll go to 2 seconds, little behind, and we'll highlight all that. We'll go into effect and we'll hit fade in. Now you notice that got smaller. That shows that our volume is going to increase as we come in. And then the opposite of fade in, of course, is already worked really hard on. And so we go here and we'll hit effect and fade out. And so now you notice that I have two tracks. Well, one track is empty, so we can go up here in the left hand corner and click that X and it's gone. So if we want to start right here, it starts laying down a new track. And so that really prevents you from going over something that you've already worked really hard on. And you can hear the fade in and the fade out. So that's one really cool way, and it'll help keep your attention. You can go in and do a bunch of different stuff. Fade in, fade out. It's fairly simple. Everybody knows what it is. You can go in and change all of this. Some of it I do not recommend going into unless you're playing around trying to learn the program, or you have some kind of training in it, because it can really mess with the vocals. Speaking of vocals, let's jump into a song. So here you'll see we have 3 audio tracks. Now, what's really cool is right here you can click this drop down menu and change the name. So we'll leave ours as guitar, vocal, and drum set. So these two little buttons here are really helpful when you have a multi-track song. Mute, you see how that turned gray? That means that track will not play. These two will. Alright, and we can mute all three of them at one time. We can do one at a time, or we can do however many in combination. Now the other button is solo. So these two turn gray, so they won't sound. It'll just be this track because it's a solo track, meaning by itself. Unclick that, and you're good to go. Everything's blue, that means everything's ready. Now, if you want a fade in, start at the bottom, go to the top, effect, fade in. If you want to go right here and do the fade out, start at the bottom, go to the top, effect, fade out. So now we'll mute this and we'll go back up here and we'll listen to our one track. Row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Alright, so that was with our fade in and our fade out. So if we unmute all three, we can hear what they sound like together. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Alright, and you notice that the effect took on all three tracks. Now, our timing is a little off. So what we would do is we would go here and we'd highlight that. And if we wanted to delete it, click your backspace or your delete key, boom. Same thing here. Now, since our song ends right here at this last big line, we can actually come up and delete most of that, and our song now has a little clear ending. So this is just a really basic tutorial, get you started. This is a really good thing to use, like I said, for notes, for students learning, and it's really cool for a project. English students want to record a song, you have 5 minutes with the computer and Audacity. Go, lay it down. Let them enjoy exploring something that not a lot of them have access to. And you as the teacher don't have to work really hard because you have most of your effects right here. Even a fade in and a fade out makes a world of difference to the song and to the kid. Makes them seem like they're professional musicians in a recording studio. And the really cool thing that I like about Audacity is you don't have to have specialized equipment. I'm currently on a headset, just a basic gaming headset. And it's picking up and it sounds okay. So you don't have to invest a lot of money into using the software. So if you have any questions, there's a help website. There's a manual, screenshots, and everything right there. It's really helpful. There's a lot of people that use this on Google, will return a lot of results for you. So I hope and encourage you to use this program, even if you just use it at home to record yourself singing a lullaby for your kids. It's something that, not a lot of people get to do, not a lot of people get to know about, and it's really fun just to play around with the program. Alright, thanks.